What's up, everybody? This is Big Russ with Road Trip and RC, and today this is getting a little bit of attention. So, for those that don't know, this is my TRX4 Sport Kit. I built this in 23 on over 4th of July weekend, and subsequently have used and abused this thing to the point that aside from bending the stock Traxxas shock on the rear, I have now bent this cantilever link or mount. Okay, still works, it's just crooked, whereas this one's nice and straight. It's hard to see, but they still work. These shocks have no oil in them. The preload is pretty much maxed out. And I've got some no-name wheels on some, I think, Poison Spider, Red Spider wheels with no-name tires. I don't hate these tires. That's a very, feels loaded question mark. But yeah, so they're not a bad look. They did look pretty good on the truck with the center caps. I took the caps off because 6 tiny screws just to get access to the wheel nut sucked. The backside's just 6 screws holding it in. But I think I might switch over to my axial slot mags with these tires. Aside from this sidewall design, the tread's fairly scale looking. As much as I've ran this on asphalt, I don't know if you can see that, but there's still like some flashing on it. They're not a good crawl tire, but they are a good like trail tire versus, and I mean, that's a huge size difference. Same size wheel, right? These are the stock Traxxas Canyon Trails for a 1.9. And I absolutely love this tire. I might have to order me another set of them to modify. But today, I love these guys. Hobby Park is one of my favorite brands of accessories in the scale market or the off-crawler market, because they offer a really good product at a really good price. I paid less than $20, if I get this out, for a set of brass portal covers. You're like, why are we putting portal covers on? Well, running this with a plow on it, I noticed one major issue. Okay? Weight. This is all stock. The only weight on it is the stock electronics and the battery. Where are those at? All in the middle, right? So these guys literally slip right on. Now, I'm not one of these brass everything guys. I'm not into excess weight for the just to have excess weight. I am all about putting the weight where it needs to be. Okay. Now, with these covers, you cannot use the stock hardware. You have to use extended hardware. Okay. You see how long that is? That's the stock one. Okay. And it's literally one of the easiest modifications you can do on your portals or, really any front diff. This is unsprung weight. It is not going to add, it's going to add strain to your servo because it is weight on the axle, but it is not going to cause strain on your drivetrain, okay? And literally takes a minute to do each one, right? The hardest part is taking your wheels and tires off. Now, Hobby Park also sells decorative upgrades for this in the form of like disc brakes with calipers, right? And how good does that look? I'm gonna throw the old wheel and tire back up there. Come on. So it's just blacked out in there. Versus, you can see straight through. I may order the Hobby Park disc brakes just to dress it up, right? My concern is going to be this hub. I know this one fit because it's round. Let's get this in place. It fits. My cats have the zoomies. Gage, what are you doing? He's talking to the tonight. It's funny. And for those don't know, it's like 1 a.m. I just got home from work. I'm wide awake. So, yeah. I like that. That is, and I haven't even done the other side yet, but I can tell that there's some weight on the front of this now. Thursday, no, one day this week, it's supposed to be nice, like low 50s, no rain, supposedly. I can't wait to get this out and try it. I need to find my other two wheels because kind of dumb running two completely different sets of wheels and tires that have two completely different weights on this. But I'm going to put the Canyon Trails on one side and the old wheels on the other, so we can have like a side-by-side comparison with that body. Cliffhanger 2.0, I'm having debates on buying another SEX 10 platform or trying to do another TRX 4 platform. I like these axles. I know they're not the crawler world's favorite, but in terms of simplicity and availability, Traxxas, I hate to say it, but because of their business model, wins. And it helps if you take the screws out. Um, because I will be traveling back and forth to North Carolina. Um, we're planning on a trip to Georgia this fall, and I'd like to take a truck with me. And if I break it, and I'm gonna be somewhere for a few days, instead of jumping on Amazon and hoping I can get to a pickup point, because I've done that. The SCX24 LCG build was done that way in conjunction with a local hobby shop. Shout out to Dr. Dan's down in Titusville, Florida, for putting up with my tomfoolery and shenanigans and stupidity. Learning this. I'm still learning this, let's be real. Yeah. But the Traxxas, because in order for a hobby shop to sell Traxxas RTRs, they must carry parts. That's great, but it also sucks. Okay. And I'm not saying it sucks for, I mean, it does suck on the shop because that's a lot of inventory and a lot of space that they could be trying to, push other brands like, Axial or Red Cat, other big names in the crawler space, the small guys too, right? If you walked into a shop and said, "Hey, I want a Traxxas, blah blah blah," well, guess what? They probably have it. So, I love these wheels. They look so good. They're not bad. They really aren't. So, we'll grab the V2 of Chameleon. And that just looks really good. Don't get me wrong. That ain't bad either. It really ain't. But these were the first wheels I put on this truck after the stock plastic ones. I've loved this wheel. I think it's a great look. I'm going to stand up here. And with that cantilever rear suspension, I can't put my finger under the tire without moving it where I can up front. So we got pretty good, easy upgrade for your Traxxas guys. Looking at it from the backside here, it's pretty nice and full. Helps protect the portal cover or the portal axle housing. The C hubs are still fragile, as the dad from A Christmas Story would say. I do plan on getting metal ones. I may put a metal axle on the front if I can find a decent deal. And unfortunately, that's about as balanced as it's going to get. I do want to add weight to the front more because it is supposed to be a crawler. I took a ton of the weight off the front of this and then added a ton of weight to the front of this. And man, those, I don't know, those wheels might look pretty damn good on Chameleon. These also have the silicone inserts. These are still the stock foams. I'm going to get silicone inserts because silicone is the way to go now for a lot of things. These wheels I do not recommend. They feel cheap. The tires, I mean, that's ridiculous. I could vent the tires or I could vent the wheels. Venting the wheels is a lot easier than venting the tires because all you need to do is drill into your center ring, which is this piece. Okay. Super simple mod to do, and I recommend venting your wheels over your tires because if you're going to go play in water and mud and you still have foams, these are going to deteriorate so fast it's not even funny, even if they are brand new, because you're never going to get all the water out. If you vent your wheels properly, you can easily put some tape over it. And I'm going to show you guys what I would suggest doing. I forgot I put these like all the way in. So we can make a decent wheel good or better. Even cheap wheels, like I'm not going to take apart one of those because it's a pain in the ass. The bolt heads are so tiny. So you have your outer face, right? And then you have your inner face. You see, we have spacing between them, right? So these are actually vented wheels, and I would suggest just taking a drill bit slightly larger than what is already pre-drilled. Okay, you can see both drill holes. So when we put the wheels together, because these are super narrow, you see there's space, and then no space. It's hard to see. But once I put this on, I've effectively blocked off one hole and the other is still open. But I can get some tape in there. If you have like some sealant, some RTV, caulking, whatever, put a little dab in there and let it seal up and harden. Like say, hey, we're going to such and such park today. It's been raining a little bit. All right, cool. Give me about 30 minutes and I'll be ready to go. Pop your wheel off, put a dab in there, and you're good to go. On these, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Mainly because, I mean, yeah, cheap wheels are better to modify than expensive ones like these that are discontinued from Axial. I love them, even though they're discontinued. They were originally on the old school Bronco and I think some of the CJs on the SAX2 platform. But yeah, if you want to buy cheap wheels, just know you're going to get crap results unless you put some serious effort in them. Doesn't matter what tires you wrap around them if you have nothing but bad luck with the wheel. Those RC lines go for 30 to 40 bucks on Amazon. I think I paid $30 for 2 of these. Okay. When I bought the kit, the SAX-10-2 kit, it was, I think I spent around $350. No, I spent more than that day because the kit was $270. The tires were about $30 a set or a pair, and I think the wheels were about $20 to $30 a pair. So not cheap. This goes into another video I'm doing about shocks and how expensive stuff can get. This was probably $30 to $40 on Ali or Temu. I think Ali at the time. But I wanted something I could drive on concrete. Man, this still has flashing. These are not a bad tire by any means. I might save these for a street truck. They may go on... Where'd it go? On here. The hubs are the same size, but stupid thick, cheap tires. I'm gonna enjoy having fun with that. If y'all didn't see, this is the SEX-10-2 transmission. Yeah, I've got all kinds of stuff over here. I'm slowly taking over this corner. Here, there's the flying raccoon. The plow. A paint job idea for the flying raccoon's cage. Low-C NASCAR. Body, because I'm still waiting for my local shops to have the 2025s in stock. I missed out on the 24 models. There's nothing different between the 2024 and the 2025s outside of new paint jobs. So anybody going, oh, I gotta get the 2025, all it is new paint job on the bodies. The compressor for the airbrush. So like this corner is slowly becoming mine, as well as some of the space behind me. But yeah, stay tuned for running video. Once I find the other 2 Canyon trails, they're under the desk somewhere. Obviously the cats like to play, so stuff likes to go this way. I've been Big Russ. This is Road Trippin' RC, and I will catch you guys in the next video.